what happens if my asylum application is denied. For those of you that are unfamiliar with asylum, that is filed when people enter the U.S., usually illegally, right? You can enter legally and file for asylum as well. You can file an application because you're afraid of returning to your home country for a host of different reasons. So usually you're afraid of harm if you return to your home country. You have to file within 1 year of entering the U.S. usually, unless you can show changed circumstances. So there are some exceptions to that rule, but generally you file within 1 year of entering the U.S. because you're afraid of returning to your home country, afraid of harm. Okay, so what happens? So many people file and they don't know what happens if it gets denied. What will happen to me? Will I get removed? So what typically happens is when you file for asylum, you will have an asylum interview where you'll be asked many questions about your application. This can be hours long, so you should not file asylum if you're not legitimately afraid to return to your home country, okay? Because you will be grilled on the facts in your application, and you should be very familiar with them. And the asylum officers know how to kind of parse through to get all the details. So you should be very, very comfortable, very, very familiar, very practiced, and know what to expect. So working with an immigration attorney is key in this type of case. But if you file for it, you have your interview and you are denied, what usually happens is you are referred to immigration court. If you have some kind of underlying status, so let's say you have student status and you're filing for asylum on top of it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get put in immigration court if you're maintaining some other kind of status. Okay, so if you don't have any other kind of status, like you entered illegally or you had status and it expired and you're filing for asylum, your case will get referred to immigration court. And then you can ask for asylum again in immigration court. So you do have an opportunity to ask for asylum again. But let's say you have some other options available to you. For example, let's say you get married. You can also maybe file for a green card in immigration court if you're eligible. Or let's say you married a spouse that's abusive. You might be able to file for a VAWA. So you can ask for multiple forms of relief when you are in immigration court or even outside of immigration court. But usually, if your asylum application is denied, what happens is, for most people, you get referred to court if you don't have some other type of underlying status. So if you need help with your asylum application to prepare the strongest application, I would suggest that you call our office, work with an immigration attorney, and we can help you prepare the best application possible and also be prepared for that interview. Give us a call at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663.